Hello, you beautiful people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. What's today? Tuesday? You know, I thought today was Monday. I thought today was Monday. I didn't know a day. I didn't even know that a day went by. Anyway, look. Hope your five senses work. You know, and stay alive out there in the world, man. Anyway, look. You know, Nintendo found themselves. Remember, Nintendo put themselves in a position they didn't want to be in with the Switch, and they dug themselves in a hole that they didn't want to go down. Okay, because one minute you have people on YouTube talking about how the Switch is all this, right? But then you got people in the editing, people who write articles for video games, like GameSpot, IGN, Gamers Rant, or Game Radars Plus, right? Or Eurogamer, right? People are complaining about the Switch. So the Nintendo Switch is trying to be like the Wii U, because remember I told you that the Wii U has all angles of gaming covered, right? Whatever direction Nintendo was trying to go in, the Wii U had that covered. And the Wii U was designed to pull the entire Nintendo fan base off the hole that they find themselves in with the Switch. So Nintendo dug themselves in a hole. Nintendo Corp dug themselves in a hole that they did not want to be in. And the Nintendo Switch fans are miserable. So the same people who dissed the Wii U and saying it was sales, marketing, commercial failure, what they're doing now is backpedaling, and they're trying to make videos talking about 10 reasons or 13 reasons why to buy the Wii U. Is the Wii U still worth it in 2021? Stuff like that, right? And then, or they'll make a video like they'll take games that the Wii U have that the Switch don't have, and then they want the Switch to have the Wii U games. But really, they want the Switch, literally what they're trying to do is they want the Switch to be like the Wii U. But it can't, because the Wii U has the SD card port on it. So the Nintendo Switch is officially dead. It's dead. So Nintendo dug themselves in a hole with the Switch that they didn't want to be in. And what they did was brought on a lot of work onto themselves when they're supposed to be focusing on game development. They brought on a lot of work on themselves, and they're like struggling right now trying to put games together. And if they would have and what you see people on YouTube do now when they talk about the Switch, they'll insert the Wii U like in the last half of the video to show the games that the Switch don't have, so they can build the Switch library. But yet they told people that it was sales marketing commercial failure why the Wii U failed. The Wii U fails because of lies, excuses, and laziness. But now the Switch fans are paying for it. So now they want the features on the Wii U on the Switch, but they can't because the Wii U has the SD card port. So which means that the Wii U needs to be refreshed. It needs to be refreshed so you can play the Switch games, the GameCube games, the Wii games, and of course Wii U games, since you can already do that, and then next gen. So the Nintendo Switch is officially dead. But it's just funny to watch these people try to backpedal. The people that try to destroy the Wii U with lies. They try to destroy the Wii U with lies. But now they're backpedaling now, trying to go back, talking about they love the Wii U, and they're trying to act like they really down with the console, but they really ain't. They really want the features off the Wii U on the Switch, but they can't get it. So they're caught between a rock and a hard place. And then the fans who have the Wii U is sitting there laughing at them, knowing that the Switch is officially dead. We already know this. It's dead because the Wii U has the SD card port on it, so it's missing. It needs to be backwards compatible with GameCube, right? It can already play Wii games and Wii U games, and it already has next gen. Plus, it got the Virtual Console. Plus, it got the Miiverse. Plus, it got all those other features that the Wii U has. So the Switch, the people that have the Switch now, they're sitting there fantasizing hoping that they can get the the features that the Wii U have, but they can't get it. They're caught between a rock and a hard place because the Wii U has that SD card port, and then with the Wii U, you don't have to dock anything. So what you can do is make the tablet as powerful as you want, and make the console as powerful as you want, and then you can like put some more storage space on the CD, and then the Wii U, it needs an Ethernet port, needs a SSD port, ray tracing, teraflops, DLSS, and quick resume. So the Wii U is the answer to the Nintendo fan base problem, because the problem with the Wii U was never the infrastructure. It was never the network. It was never the features that it comes with. The system just needed to be refreshed, and Nintendo went against it, and now they're paying for it, and now they regret it. Even though the Switch is so-called selling good, they regret it. They regret it, because it's like they're caught between they brought more problems onto themselves with the Switch when the Wii U was trying to pull them away from that situation. That's why the Switch right now is struggling. It can't run games right. They're struggling to get games, especially with the pandemic. They should have kept refreshing the Switch 10 times if they. Not the Switch, but they should have kept refreshing the Wii U 10 times as much as they wanted to, because everything was in place. Everything was in place, and the only missing piece to that puzzle was the GameCube. And yesterday I made a video about Metal Gear, so you already know how that came out. But everything was in place. It was just missing the GameCube, and if they would have just refreshed the Wii U and gave it the same amount of refreshes, like how Sony and Microsoft did with the PS4 and Xbox One, they wouldn't be in the situation that they find themselves in now. Because right now the pandemic is sinking its teeth, putting its grip on the world right now, and things are getting harder to come by. So the Switch fans now, you got to ask this question: was it really worth it to build a Switch? Because remember, like, people on the Miiverse was telling Nintendo Corp not to build it. They wanted the Wii U to be backwards compatible with GameCubes. And plus, the Wii U had so many features, so they loved the Miiverse. And people were ticked off when Nintendo shut down the Miiverse. So people were telling them not to build a Switch. A lot of us did. They wouldn't listen to us. They wouldn't listen to us. You know what I'm saying? They would kick us off the Miiverse for like a week. We had to wait like a couple of days before we could get back on. That's how it was with the Miiverse. But we took the licks. But our message now is being felt on the Switch on the Switch players, because we sat there, we kept saying we need the Wii U to be backwards compatible with GameCube, and we kept saying, like, okay, increase the specs of the Wii U and keep using it. They wouldn't listen to none of us. We kept bringing this up, and then all of a sudden some of us, me personally, I just sat back and said, okay, I'm gonna sit back and watch this. And then when the news broke that the Switch couldn't run in Mass Effect Andromeda, and then everything was like going downhill after that. I just sat back and just watched, and I watched people diss the Wii U and said it was sales, it was marketing, it was commercial failure. It wasn't. The system just needed to be refreshed, so that sales, marketing, commercial failure was a lie, and now they're paying for it. So when you see people that on YouTube now, they'll try to do Switch videos, but now they'll insert the Wii U in it now, because they regret what they said about the Wii U, knowing that the Wii U pulled them away from the situation that they're going in. It just needed to be refreshed. It just needed the GameCube, and they would have been fine. But they didn't listen, and the Wii U should have gotten the same amount of refreshes like the Xbox One and PS4 did. It should have. Because the amount of features that thing came with, the amount of features that the Wii U came with, you have to continue using it, because the infrastructure was there, the network was there, the feature was there. That's not the problem. Plus, you had the eShop to deal with, so that was never the problem. The problem was a console and it needed one refresh. But then Nintendo came out and said, oh, well, we're going in a different direction. We're going to do gaming on the go. So they didn't listen to they didn't listen to those people who bought the Wii U. They didn't listen to those little people that bought the Wii U from day one and were supporting them. They didn't listen to us. You know what I'm saying? We did not see the pandemic coming, but we do know that the Nintendo fan base would have been better off if the Wii U would have gotten if the Wii U was backwards compatible with Wii. I mean, if it was backwards compatible with GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, right? They would have been better off. We know that part. We did not see the pandemic coming, but we knew the Wii U need to be refreshed, and it should have gotten the 3 refreshes that the Xbox One and PS4 got, and it didn't. So they went against it, came up with this fake story. Oh, we're trying to be different. Oh, we're going to do gaming on the go. Oh, we're going in a different direction. And people bashed the Wii U and bashed it. I mean, people come on YouTube bashing the Wii U, bashing it. And a lot of us, like myself, and other people that have the Wii U from day one, we just sat back and just watched. And the problems that they're going through right now, we're just sitting there just laughing to ourselves. That's what we're really doing. We're literally laughing at them like, we told you so. We did not see the pandemic coming. We didn't see it coming. But we do know that once the Wii U was backwards compatible with GameCube, everything is in place, because you would have had the Wii U would be backwards compatible with GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, right? It already had the SD card port, right? So that means you save your you save your GameCube games and Wii games on the SD cards. But on that external hard drive support, that was for the Wii U, and that was for the Wii U games. So Wii U had things in place, and we begged, and nobody listened. So now they're paying for it. So like I said, I watched people bash the Wii U, made fun of it, and now it has came back to haunt them. You know, because they're suffering with the Switch right now, and this Switch OLED that they were supposed to be getting, it's not looking good, because that pandemic is making its presence felt. You know, the pandemic is making things harder. If they would have refreshed the Wii U 3 times, like how Microsoft did with the Xbox One, and like how Microsoft did with Xbox One and Sony did with the PS4, they would be in a better spot. They wouldn't be going through all these problems that they're having with the Switch right now. They wouldn't be, and you can see it. You know. You got editors saying one thing, and you got YouTubers trying to pretend like they like the Switch, but they're complaining that they don't have features. So the people that own a Wii U but never bought the Switch, we're sitting there looking at them, sitting there just laughing our butts off, like, who is laughing now? So we're like, okay, thank you for blocking us on the Miiverse for those couple of days. Now you're reaping the repercussions for that. So we're just sitting back and just watching the whole thing. But they should have stayed with the console. That Switch should have never ever been built. It should have never been built. They should have never came out with it, because the Wii U had things in place. It had things in place, and once they came out with the Switch and said you have to dock it, it was dead. And the second reason why it died, the Switch died. 2 reasons why the Switch died. 1, you had to dock it. And number 2, it was using SD card. So people that own the Wii U were like, wait a minute. If that's the case, then the Wii U should be playing Switch games. It was dead right then and there. So they're suffering right now with the Switch, man. And based on the news that keeps coming out, they're having issue running Sonic Colors and other games that are coming out. They should have stayed with the Wii U and keep on using it. Refresh it even 4 times if you have to. Refresh the Wii U 4 times if you have to. So be it. Refresh it 5 times if you have to, because it had so many things in place. You know, it needed some more CPU power, and it needed some more RAM. Everything else was in place, and that 25 gig CD needs some storage space, and the signal strength between the tablet and the console needs to be fixed. So they should, if the Wii U needs 5 refresh, so be it. We did not see the pandemic coming. We didn't see it coming. But we do know that the Wii U needs to be backwards compatible with GameCube, and that was 99% of the Nintendo fan base problem solved. If they would have refreshed the system three or even 4 or even 5 times, so be it. You got everything in place. And once that pandemic comes in, you wouldn't have the problems that you're dealing with now. They wouldn't. So it's the Wii U fans are sitting there looking at people that's laughing at them like, we're not even saying, we're really laughing, man, to tell you the truth, because we know the Switch is dead. The Wii U has an SD card port on it. The Switch is dead. So it goes back to the question now, why was the Switch built again? You know, they're going through it, man. And now with the games that are coming out now, with the games that are coming out now, and how big they are and how big they are, it goes back to refreshing the Wii U. They had so much things in place. I mean, they brought so much problems onto themselves, man. They're talking about building a virtual console for the Switch when you already had it with the Wii U. You know how much time that takes? You know? And we're just sitting there just watching, just listening to all the complaints that the Switch fans are going through. That's what most of us that bought the Wii U, that never bought the Switch, we're sitting there just listening to all the complaints that the Switch fans are going through. And for those people that was on the Miiverse when it was running, for those that was on the Miiverse when it was running, we're just sitting back just watching, and we like, Nintendo should have listened to us. You know, they should have listened to us. You know, they would have been doing better right now. You know, they would have been doing better. Right now, what? Batman Arkham Knight comes out, what, next year? Not Arkham Knight, Gotham Knights comes out, what, next year? And that's coming to PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, PS5. And the way the pandemic is and the cost of the Series X and PS5, on how expensive they are right now. So most people right now are gaming on Xbox One and PS4. But then the Nintendo fan base is really suffering now, because if they, you know what I'm saying, because they went and built the Switch. If they would have refreshed the Wii U like three times like the Xbox One and PS4, they would have been fine. They would be getting those games right now. Okay, but they went against it, and that sales, marketing, commercial failure argument is not holding. It's not holding up. It's not holding up, because they're missing out on a lot of games that the Miiverse would have benefited from. You know, a lot of people love the Miiverse. You know, the Miiverse, what it needs, what, a painting option, a coloring option, probably some unlimited text, emojis, and some memes. And for those people on YouTube who made fun of the Miiverse, you don't know. You never appreciate something until it's gone, man. The Wii U was that good. It had so many features on it. It just needed some power behind it, and it was just missing the GameCube, and that was it. You know, so right now, the Switch fans, they're suffering, man. They're going through it. You know, they're going through it. They are going through it, man. And this Nintendo Direct that's coming out, what? They're supposed to be coming out with a Nintendo Direct. It's gonna show, man, because like these next 4 months, September, October, November, it's gonna be crucial, man. You know, and the games that are coming now, you know, when you miss out on 4 Star Wars games, man, 4, something is really wrong, man. You might think, oh, it's just Star Wars. Go back to all the Nintendo consoles. The Super Nintendo had Star Wars games. The 64 had Star Wars games. The GameCube had Star Wars games. Even the Wii, okay? The Wii, I think the Wii U was backwards compatible. The Wii U was backwards compatible with Wii, so they weren't affected. But the Switch, when you miss out on 4 Star Wars games, man, that's a problem. Okay? And then you throw Anthem in the mix. And then you throw Arkham Knight in the mix. And then you throw the Avengers in the mix. And you're like, Why was the Switch built again? The Wii U should have gotten 3 refreshes like Xbox One and PS4. They would be playing those games. The Switch I try to tell people, the Switch cannot compete. It cannot compete with the Xbox One or PS4. Not even the Xbox Series X, PS5. The Wii U should have gotten 3 refreshes. They should have gotten it because look at all the features it got. And then to go from the Wii U to the Switch is a huge drop off. So they're going through it, man. And me being who grew up playing Nintendo consoles, got to sit there and just watch it. Like, you should have listened to us. You should have listened. You know, you should have listened. And these games are coming out now are heavy hitters, man. So you're scrambling. It's like you're scrambling to get games to compete with the ones that are coming out, man. It's not good, man. So, you know, the Wii U fans are just sitting there, just like, they're shaking their head like, you should have listened to us. You should have listened. Okay? Like I said before, we did not see the pandemic coming, but we knew that once the Wii U was backwards compatible, once the Wii U got the refresh that it was supposed to get, and it was backwards compatible with GameCube, the Nintendo fan base would be in a better space. So yeah, they are going through it, man. They are going through it. You know, they're going through it, and you can see the article. You can see it in the articles that's coming out. You got one on Gamers Rant right now talking about why the Switch need the Game Boy games. Really? Really? The Wii U already got the Game Boy games already. Why you're trying to build a virtual console for the Switch when you already got it with the Wii U? So that told you that the Switch should have never been built. I mean, it's crazy, man. When you see what they're going through, like they brought all this on themselves because they did not listen to the Wii U fan base. You know, and now it's came back to bite them. These next 4 months, man, are going to be crucial, man. Are going to be crucial, and that pandemic has a grip on the world right now. You know, it's not looking good, man. The Wii U needed 3 refreshes. The Wii U should have been refreshed 3 times, or even 4, or even 5, like the Xbox One and PS4, man. Because it had so much things. It had so many features. They were ahead with the console. They were ahead, and they had so much features on it. And in order to keep all those features running, you need CPU power and RAM. So they should have refreshed the thing. They shouldn't even have never built the Switch. And the Wii U would have pulled them through the storm right now. That's going on right now in the console gaming market, because the pandemic right now is not showing no mercy. You know, it's about who has the infrastructure, who has the network, who has the features. You know, if they would have refreshed the console 3 times or 4, they would be better off right now. Okay, but that's the price you pay, though, when you don't listen to your core fans that's been supporting you since day one, man. That's the price you pay. Microsoft, when they got Phil Spencer listened to the fans and got busy. Look at him now. You know what I'm saying? Look at him now. Xbox fans are enjoying having the time of their life. You know, Sony starting to listen to their fans, but they took care of, they got a good infrastructure with that PS4. Nintendo, on the other hand, with the Switch, they're on shaky grounds, man. You know, they're on shaky grounds. They should have never built the Switch. They should have never built it. You know, so that sales marketing commercial failure has came back to bite them, and they brought a lot of problems onto themselves, and they brought a lot of work onto themselves that they didn't need, that the Wii U was pulling them away from. So yeah, that's how it is with the Nintendo fan base right now, man. They're going through it, man, but that's the price you pay when you don't listen to your core fans. Anyway, nice talking to you, beautiful people. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing, or Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.